Sure. Could you, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thanks a lot. So I'm starting now. Mahatma Gandhi once said that be the change you want to see in the world. What he meant by this was that we but mirror the world. All the tendencies present in the outer world are to be found in the world of our body. If we could change ourselves, the tendencies in the world would also change. As a man changes his own nature, so does the attitude of the world change towards him. This is the divine mystery of supreme. A wonderful thing it is and the source of our happiness. We need not wait to see what others do. A very good morning to all of you present here today, and welcome to the 405th chapter meeting of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. I am Toastmaster Nimsha, the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest provides a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Let me explain the basic rules of this meeting. Please turn off your cell phones or set them on silent mode if you are not using it to join the call. Please mute your microphone unless you are asked to unmute it by the TMOD. Please keep your video on unless you have an issue with bandwidth. Microphone and video options are at the bottom left corner of the Zoom window settings. Do not share your screen unless it is instructed by the TMOD. Kindly refrain from movements that distract the speaker. In case you need to move, please first turn off your video. You can use the emojis, the thumbs up, and claps to react throughout the meeting, or you can also share your feedbacks in the chat window. For role players and especially for speakers, it is advised to pin the timer window so that they can see the timer throughout the meeting. When you begin speaking, the correct protocol is that you have to greet in the following manner. Good morning, Madam President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. And most importantly, maintain a broad smile for the meeting. Now, before we begin, let us first have a round of introductions of our guests. So, may I please know, are there any guests in the offline mode? Are there any guests in offline mode or in the online mode?
Request for guest is online.
Are there any guests in online mode?
Do we have any guests in online mode?
I think we have Mohini Patil. So, Miss Mohini, can you please introduce yourself?
I am Mohini Patil, lecturer in mathematics at Marathwada Mitra Mandal Polytechnic. Yesterday, three of Toastmasters visited our college, and I really like to I really like their words of saying and freedom of speeches session. That's why I joined today with the help of Mayur. Thank you for giving me opportunity to join this meeting. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Now, let's begin the meeting. So, let me introduce you all to the Toastmaster of the day. The Toastmaster of the day is someone who will be your host and your friend. So, I request all of you to pay attention to the Toastmaster of the day. You'll understand the meeting format even better. You can also refer to the agenda that is handed over to you in case you feel that you have any confusion. So today's Toastmaster of the day is a person who is a product manager by profession. And just like all of us, I'm sure that he too enjoys watching YouTube videos. So please welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bharat. Over to you, Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nimisha. A man is a product of his own thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. Said by the great Mahatma Gandhi. Who is Gandhi? Gandhi is a message. Gandhi is a thought. Gandhi is a way of thinking that we need to inculcate in our today's life. As he rightly said, my life is a message. His multifarious and dynamic personality was based on truth and nothing, just the truth. Good morning, Mr. President, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guest. Welcome to our another exciting session of fun and learning at 405 chapter meeting of Toastmaster of Pune Northwest. I am Bharat Gurajani, your host for this meeting. Gandhiji was called as Mahatma for a reason. Gandhiji was called a Mahatma for a reason. He was a great soul, believed by his fellow Indians. According to him, an eye to an eye will only make the world blind. Today, on Gandhiji's birth anniversary, let us rededicate and learn again about his great values by the small video.
आप मुझे जंजीरों में जकड़ सकते हैं, यातना दे सकते हैं, इस शरीर को नष्ट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन आप कभी मेरे विचारों को कैद नहीं कर सकते।
मैं हिंसा का विरोध करता हूं क्योंकि उससे पाया हुआ समाधान बहुत कम वक्त के लिए होता है और उससे पैदा हुई नफरत हमेशा के लिए।
दुर्बल लोग कभी क्षमा नहीं कर सकते। क्षमा करना तो बलवानों का गुण है।
अपने आप को खोजने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका है अपने आप को दूसरों की सेवा में खो देना।
अपने उद्देश्य में दृढ़ विश्वास रखने वाला एक सूक्ष्म शरीर इतिहास के रुख को बदल सकता है।
मैं मरने को तैयार हूं, पर ऐसी कोई वजह नहीं जिसके लिए मैं मारने को तैयार हूं।
व्यक्ति अपने विचारों से निर्मित प्राणी है। वो जो सोचता है वही बन जाता है।
खुशी तब मिलेगी जब जो आप सोचते हो, जो आप कहते हो और जो आप करते हो वो एक है।
आप मानवता में विश्वास मत खोइए। मानवता सागर की तरह है। अगर सागर की कुछ बूंदें गंदी हैं तो सागर गंदा नहीं हो जाता।
आइए गांधी जी के 150वें जन्म दिवस पर उनके विचारों को अपने अंदर जिंदा रखें।
Truth, non-violence, morality, harmony, patience are some of the Gandhiji's value. Where are these today? If we have to stand Where are these today? If we have to stand in traffic for more than 2 minutes, we become impatient and start honking, even tend to break the signal. People are judged and respected according to their earnings. We still see in home, there are different cups and glasses for servant and maid. Truth is truth only when it's about the neighbor's family. The same truth become lie when it's about our family. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. We know something is not right. So let's awake today. Let's awake the Gandhi in us and let's make it right. On that note, I would like to start today's session. On that note, I would like to start today's session. Today's session is divided into two parts. The first half is about prepared speech, which will be evaluated by the seasoned speakers. And second part is about impromptu sessions, which will be more like a challenge to the guest as well as the members to come and think on their feet with the given topics and speak for 1 or 2 minutes. Later, at the end of the session, it will be the role players' reports will be shared, followed by the followed by followed so sorry followed by the moment of glory. So let's begin today's session with the speech, with the presiding officer's address. Our today's presiding officer is QA lead by profession and love tracking and playing guitar. Now, I would like to call Toastmaster Mayuresh for today's presiding officer's address.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bharat. वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे पर दुखे उपकार करे कोई मन अभिमान न माने रे. No, this bhajan is not written by Mahatma Gandhi. If it is written, I don't know, but this was one of his favorite bhajans, and I recited this particular doha because it means that those are the people of Bhagwan Vishnu, Vaishnav Jan, who understands the others' pain, and even when they do some favor to others to alleviate their pain and their sorrowness, they do not feel pride about themselves because they have done that. They also show the humility, and these were the values that Mr. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi lived for all his life until the moment of his death, and that is the reason why today we know him as Mahatma Gandhi. Hello Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the day, and dear guests, a very good morning to you and welcome to an excellent session of Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest. I welcome all of you. Toastmaster Club is all about supporting the members and nurturing their leadership skills. And when it comes to supporting others and supporting for leadership skills, Mahatma Gandhi has set a record unparalleled. So today, just let's hope that we are going to follow his footsteps. It is more important today because as we are seeing that world is again in the shadows of the World War III. It might be exaggeration, but you see, there is some ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Then there are rumors that there might be some conflict within China itself or within China and Taiwan. And when these are the dangerous times, we have to remember the apostle of non-violence, the person who gave his life for non-violence, Mahatma Gandhi. So that was for my presidential address, and now I would like to hand over the control back to Toastmaster of the day for the further sessions.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayuresh, for the wonderful presiding officer address. Now, as like we have individual evaluators for our prepared speakers, similarly we would be having our general evaluator who will observe the proceeding and environment of the meeting, environment of the complete meeting. So for that, today we have Toastmaster Raghavendra, who will be our general evaluator, who is project manager by profession and loves and likes to play chess. Toastmaster Raghavendra, I would like to call Toastmaster Raghavendra to introduce his team.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayuresh. Sorry, Toastmaster Bharat. Fine. Good morning, all, Mr. Presiding Officer, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. My role as a general evaluator will be evaluating meeting in general. Means I won't be evaluating the speakers, that will be done by speakers, but I will be evaluating all the roles player, how the meeting progresses, and general comments about other things. For this, and with my team. So for this, I have a team of very energetic and enthusiastic Toastmasters. As someone rightly said, you take care of minutes, the hour take care of it. So to keep track of the time, and so the meeting, keep track of time during the meeting, and so that our time, we finishes meeting on time and go home for the lunch. We have very enthusiastic Toastmaster Vikas Tangade. I request Vikas to brief give brief introduction about himself and about his role.
Good morning, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and the guest. I'm Vikas, and I'm performing as a timer today. As a timer, I will time all the speakers, evaluators, and the table topic speakers. I will also give alert to all the speakers about the time they have left by showing the 3 cards, like green, yellow, and red. So I will show the green card to the speakers when the time is at 5 minutes, yellow when the time at 6 minutes, and red at the 7 minutes. I will also show these cards to evaluators and the table topic speakers. For the evaluator, I will show the green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and the red card at the 3 minutes. And for the table topic speakers, I will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. So thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikas. Excuse me. To join Toastmasters meeting. When we have pauses in the speeches, it creates added impact. But sometimes such extra added pauses will reduce its quality. Also, sometimes while we speak, we need unnecessary pause fillers. Like to improve on this, we have Toastmaster Ramchandra, who will be acting as a counter. I request Toastmaster Ramchandra to give brief introduction about himself and about his role. Hello, Toastmaster Ramchandra. No, wait 1 minute. Are we set? Can you have audio check once again? Toastmaster Ramchandra, audio check. Can you try removing your headphone and speaking, Toastmaster Ramchandra? Try without speaking without your earphone. Be some technical glitch. I guess we will get back to him again after some time. Sorry, we will get back to him with Toastmaster Ramchandra after a few minutes. Next, we have someone who will act as a grammarian. As a grammarian, he will help us to increase our English vocabulary, and if you use any incorrect uses of English language while in our speech and in our this meeting, to act as a grammarian, we have Toastmaster Deep. I request Toastmaster Deep to give brief introduction about himself and his role. Thank you.
Hello and a very good morning to all. Dear Toastmasters, respected President and dear guest today for the meeting. I am Toastmaster Deep, scientist by profession, loves music, specifically playing harmonium. That's my passion. So why I am here today, that's the big question. As been just introduced to me, being the grammarian. Yes, there are rules and regulations for each and everything. Wherever you go, whenever you will go, you will see certain regulations, laws are there. In the same way as here, we are today to be an effective communicator. Language is the medium to be the communicator, for, is the channel. And for that matter, we do have grammar. And grammar is nothing but the laws of the language. So the laws of language specifically using the good usage of the grammar and poor usage of the grammar. And for that, I'm here today. Whatever may be the speeches, whatever may be the speakers today talking here, I will be keenly observing. I will be having my eyes on the speeches to look for the good and poor usage of the grammar. But before that, let me introduce to you the word of the day and the phrase of the day. I request Toastmaster Mayuresh to flash the screen if possible. So meanwhile, I'll just proceed further. The word of the day is veracity. So veracity is the word of the day. So veracity, what is veracity? The meaning is very simple. As today's theme is nothing but the Gandhian principles we are talking about. So truth was one of the basic principles which Gandhi ji followed, and that made him the Mahatma. So that's the veracity. It's a quality to be true. And more specifically, in one word, it's a truthfulness. Veracity means truthfulness. Example. For example, veracity is the best policy. It is just like honesty is the best policy. In the same way, veracity is the best policy. So quality to be a true with someone, with somebody, specifically while speaking, while communicating, right? So that's the veracity, and that I urge everybody to be veracious. They questioned the veracity of her story. So somebody had spoken something. So there was a question whether it was a true or not true. So veracity is the quality to be true. Then coming to the phrase of the day. So phrase of the day again is matching with our word of the day, and that is nothing but the ring of truth. So ring of truth is nothing but the appearance of the truth, and the meaning, exact meaning of the ring of truth is either an appearance of the truth while you are speaking something or while you are communicating something, or to seem to be a truth. That's the ring of the truth. Examples, very simple examples. For example, so this ring of truth can be started with either a or the. So if a, then we can use it as there is a ring of truth to what she is saying, but I'm not totally convinced. So that is the ring of truth usage. Second usage example, everything he says has the ring of truth, so it's hard to tell when he's lying, right? So everything he says has the ring of truth, right? So that means that whatever he is saying, it is appearing or seeming to be a true. That's the usage. So I urge each speaker or who is coming on the stage to please use at as maximum as possible the word of the day and phrase of the day. Now it's time for you people. I request audience on offline and online mode, please come forward to try this word of the day or phrase of the day. I will be more happy if any guest will come forward and to use either word of the day, or phrase. Toastmaster Anish. Let's have a clap for Toastmaster Anish. Thank you.
In the current scenario of Russia and Ukraine war, the ring of truth from every side tells a story, but the veracity of situation might not be known.
Perfect. Perfect usage of this word of the day. Veracity. Quality to be a true. Gandhian principle. Anybody, specifically any guest, I will be more happy if any guest will come forward. So madam was there. In the online mode, I could see one guest, madam, her name, pardon? Mohini, yeah. Madam Mohini, would you like to have the word of the day or phrase of the usage? Hope you understood it and so that you could use it. Or anybody, any Toastmaster from online or offline mode. Pardon? Fine. So now proceeding further, as I already mentioned that I expect most of the speakers can use this, and that's my hope. And at the end, I will come up with the report, a detailed report. So I will just catch the good usage, poor usage, and word of the day and phrase of the day. 4 things. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Can we have once again check that Toastmaster Ramchandra is audible?
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you are audible now. So, over to Toastmaster Ramchandra for your role introduction and your introduction as well.
Yes. Hello, I'm Toastmaster Ramchandra. Good morning, all. Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guests. I'm glad to be an accounter of the today's meeting. My role as an accounter is to note down any overused words or filler sounds. The filler sounds can be and, well, but, so, and filler sounds can be etc. or unnecessary sounds and pauses. Yes, that's all I will do in the as a counter. I will at the end I will give my detailed report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramchandra. Now, the veracity of the evaluation has been said. Participate more in the meeting and have a great and wonderful meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavendra, for introducing your team. Moving ahead, let's begin with first half of our today's session of prepared speech. Our first speech going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. I would like to request Toastmaster Chandrasekhar to share the objective of the speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. So our first speaker today for prepared speech, Toastmaster Ashutosh, who is program manager by profession and love to meet people. Toastmaster Ashutosh, why should I hire people? Why should I hire people? Toastmaster Ashutosh.
क्या प्रॉब्लम है फोन में? लगा दो हाँ So people in the online and offline mode, just confirm me if they can hear me and see me well. Specifically in the online mode. Any confirmation? In chat. Okay, thank you. So good morning, everyone. Thank you. Who is a good singer? Okay, great. So I'll ask few more questions like who is a good singer, who is a good musician, who is a good doctor, who is a good lawyer, or who is a good employee. If we try to understand or we take a pause to understand, then how we can say that this particular maybe Arjit Singh or somebody else, the name that you have taken, these are a good singer, good musician, good doctor, good player, or whatever it is. How we say that he is a good person? So we'll try to understand this, how one become a good, better, or a great. For that, we'll take a pause and try to understand what makes him or her good. Right? For that, I'll quote a little small example of my use case that maybe a month back time, I went for a party in a club. And after having our starter, we thought of going for a dance on dance floor. The moment we hit the dance floor, the music was a little slow. It was not so captivating that we could have danced like our heart out. But because we wanted to enjoy the party to the fullest, we were showing our best of the energies, all the group members who were present over there. And because we were dancing like anything, suddenly we realizes the DJ of the party started playing a different kind of music, what was more captivating and engaging, and the voice quality was also coming good as compared to the earlier. And little ahead of time, the other members who were not a part of our group but who joined that club, they also started coming on the dance floor, and everybody started dancing. And with the time passes, the temperature of the overall dance floor has gone up. People were enjoying like anything, and the music was also phenomenal by that time. And I remember that while leaving the dance floor at night, I heard that people were really appreciating the DJ, that he has played a really nice song, and what was the quality of music, the selection of songs, and the music, every thing was very great. So if you again remind the statement that I had said earlier, that initially the music was a little slow, not that much captivating, but at the end of the our party, everybody was appreciating the digital jockey. So what has happened? Is it the only digital jockey has done a good job on that day? Or it was also me, my team, and the other members who were also there participating in the dance floor has also add little bit of their presence so that he could have able to play the better music. Is it not me also, the team also, not only the digital jockey? It means there is no concept of individuality at all. People whosoever perform, it most of the time or majority of the time, it matters that how in which surrounding he is doing his job. Because if we would have not been gone on the dance floor showing our energy like anything, he would have not played that great music during the course of his duration when he was playing the music. It simply means that whosoever is performing better, good, or best in his life, in whatever field of, in whatever avenue he is in, definitely it matters that in what surrounding he is playing that role. So is the case with the lawyer. So is the case with the doctor. Consider a case that if doctor is not going to get a good patient or maybe a difficult complex cases, he will not be able to practice his knowledge in a certain way what he could have done. So is the case of a lawyer also. If the difficult, very challenging cases will not come to him, he will not able to use his full potential. So in order to perform everybody with his full potential, he must need to have a good ecosystem in what he is performing his activities. So is the case for the teacher. If students are not going to ask good questions, teacher will not able to use his full knowledge to answer his questions. Sometimes teacher may not know the question answers, but he will go study, so it will also add up to his knowledge base. So it all the time, if we take a case, employee, musician, digital jockey, lawyer, doctor, whosoever it is not only his capability, but also the capability of the audience, of the ecosystem in which he is performing, that made him good or bad, whatever he is. Now I'll come back to my point of discussion, that why should one hire me? What I am today is definitely because whom I have met over the period of time. And it is also saying that a person's personality is an aggregate average of his surrounding. So if there is no concept of individuality, what I have explained earlier also. I, core me, have shaped by the surrounding of people whom I have met whom I have met so far. And now there's an amalgamation of my personality and my surroundings. So now I have changed in a certain way. And this is how I am performing my day-to-day life now onwards. And if the another organization who is going to hire me, they have their own set of principles, they have some own set of working style. So their working style and my individuality plus my history of success, these all things are coming together and they are going to shape in another certain way. And this is how I'm going to perform my job. So if I would have been replied that what I have done in my organization previously, or how I am performing in my day-to-day life, this is what the surrounding I have been into. And now how I'm going to perform is majorly depending on how I'm going to perform in the new organization and what ecosystem those people are going to offer to me. So again, there will be a certain mix and match, and a new version of myself will come out, and with that way I will be performing in a different fashion. So I wanted to understand from all of you that do you feel that whatever I have said, any point of argument, or you feel that no, this is not how one should behave, or this is now how a good or better person is becoming in our lives? Any one of you can say? Any opinion from your side? Mayur, yes? Correct. So if I wanted to have a better person of myself, it is not only about my quality, because I have my certain set of knowledges, but I can become better if you are going to ask me more better questions. So to answer those questions, I have to study more, I have to perform better, I have to study more, then I can reply you back. And based on your class questions, I will be able to shape up myself in a more better way so that I can reply all your queries. So my study, my hard work, my smart work, followed by your follow-up questions or your questions that for what I have to study more, is something that make me a better person, and that make you understand also your topics and your thought process on that area. So it is a combination of you and me coming together to make a smarter version of myself. So for you also. Yes, Mohini ma'am.
Yes, just I wanted to say that if there is no questions from students, or no questions from the other employees or coordinators or team members, one should not improve ourselves or not. Miss, 1 second.
I don't hear the last part. Can you say again? If the
actually,
students are not asking the right questions,
no, I'm saying that no, just I'm asking that how one should improve herself if there is no motivation from others, or there is no question from others, how one should improve herself or himself.
Right, understood. So if the surrounding is not helping you to become a better person, how one should do, right?
Yes.
So for that reason, if you are keep on meeting new people, it is not only about teaching in a class, it's not about only having a one-way communication in the class. We have to keep on asking probing questions to our students also. that have you understood this part, or you have to make them feel challenged all the time, that if you have understood this, why we cannot do in a certain way. By this way, if you keep on asking probing questions to our students specifically, they will be able to think on their feet also, then they will come up with a new question. And if at all students are not coming, maybe because of any reason that something is hindering themselves to take a step ahead and start asking questions, if you are meeting with the new people, if you are visiting to a new places, if you are joining some other organization, whatever the cases will be, we have to be always try to be extrovert in terms of sharing your thoughts points, sharing your ideas. In that way, when you are discussing with people more and more, then only they will start interacting with you also, and perhaps with their questions you will be able to answer more, and you will study more to answer those questions. So the bottom line is we have to interact with more and more people, and we have to enlarge in our ecosystem in terms of discussions, and rather I should say that we have to talk more to understand, to share our viewpoints so that we can understand from their viewpoint also. I hope this answers your question.
Yes, sir. You have answered it very well, and I thought that is one should motivate ourselves from herself only. Motivation should not be come from others. One should be happy or motivated from inside only. That's the point I want to.
Right, ma'am. So
I
it is
have
true.
understood.
It is true to some extent that one should be motivated from inside also, but what will be a better combination if you are getting motivated from inner side, and people from outside also are there to motivate you. So if these two things are coming together, there will be a great amalgamation of an individual personality.
Yes,
Yes, Mayur.
definitely. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes it happens that every time we get a person which are motivated, sometimes it happens that people can discourage you, demotivate you. How to handle such instances where people are, instead of motivating you, they are discouraging you or putting your limits?
Correct. So there are instances that when people are trying to demotivate us, trying to pull us down, trying to pull our legs, in that case we have to understand that from what mindset he is coming to. If the entire idea of their asking question is to bring us down, to pull us back, we have to rather avoid ourselves answering their questions, or maybe we have to give some small little amount of time so that they can answer, so you can answer them, and better to shift your focus back to other audience, and try not to feel, not others should feel bad about you that you have not answered their question. You have to answer their questions, but again come back to the original topic what we have discussed so far, and on what area you wanted to have your discussion. So give them reply, then again shift your focus to the another audience. This is how we can we can complete our overall speech or our deliverables, and not making others bad also. Yes. So anybody else, Chandra, you have any point? Okay. So I hope that whenever we are in a situation when we have to manage a difficult kind of audience, when people will keep on asking certain questions, how we have to reply to them. And also, if we are going to apply for some jobs, then people interviewer may ask, why should I hire you? One answer could be that you should hire me because of my existing success history and the another ecosystem that I'm going to come into. And when those two things will come together, definitely there will be a great new thing will come. And with this, me as an individual and your organization all can perform in a better way, and we can keep on achieving the rungs of ladder of success. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashutosh. Thanks for that wonderful speech. I'm sure it is going to help us to be better in our future. Moving ahead to our second prepared speaker. Okay, let's give 1 minute to timer for voting, right? Okay, voting feedback to the speaker. All right. Moving ahead to our second speaker for today. The evaluator is Toastmaster Mayuresh, Toastmaster Mayur, and I would like to request the evaluator to read the objective of the speech.
Thank you, TMOD. Our second speaker, Toastmaster Mayuresh, is very always energetic, and he's going to deliver his speech. He's like, by giving today's speech, he's going to complete his level 2. And let me read the purpose. The purpose of the project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, and the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspects of a previous experience as a protege. So I will give all the best to my target speaker, Toastmaster Mayuresh. I wish him all the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur. So our second speaker, Toastmaster Mayuresh, is QA lead by profession and love to track and play guitar. Let's welcome Toastmaster Mayuresh from couch to marathon 3 months later, from couch to marathon 3 months later. Toastmaster Mayuresh. Okay, 3 months earlier. Sorry. From couch to marathon 3 months earlier. From couch to marathon 3 months earlier. Toastmaster Mayuresh.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So it happened 2 weeks ago. I had dreamed about it for a long time. I planned for it. I fell into executing that plan previously, but this time it was done. I completed my first half marathon in the challenging event of Satara Hill Half Marathon. It's also known as the Ultra Half Marathon because of the challenging route. Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today I am going to explore my journey about how I have achieved this target and how the mentoring helped me, and the guidance and support from the team is really essential for us. So when this year started, year 2022, I decided to take my running hobby again. Last time I had started running, then got demotivated, suffered some physical injuries, and I had to stop eventually. This time again I started running, and I started on the same track. I started individual runs, doing running one day, stopping one day, doing running one day, stopping one day. And then one fine day, my neighbor, Mr. K, he invited me to join his running group. Let me tell you that this was the best decision that I had taken considering my running. When I joined the group, I found that there are many runners who are running for a longer time. So they have developed expertise in not only running, but also in the supporting exercises which are going to help you in your routine. And they also had some plans for the other activities like cycling and swimming, which are going to train you more for your triathlon events also in the long run. And it breaks the monotony of your training routine and makes you do your exercises regularly. In the beginning, I was not sure if I will be able to complete my half marathon in this year also. I was apprehensive. And yes, there was some veracity in these apprehensions because of my previous experiences. Here my running group came into the picture, and my mentor, Mr. K, he told me, Mayuresh, just take it easy. Nobody is going to force you to do anything but you. So if you think you are going too fast, you can slow down. Just do one thing, you start the strength training routine with us. And there are also the stretching sessions in yoga. So that also you are going to enjoy. Just mark my words, never miss any ST session, the strength training session. You can miss your run, but never miss the ST session, because that is what is going to help you in the long term. It is going to develop your strength. And whenever you are going to take the longer running challenges, it is going to help you. I took his advice seriously and focus on that. So because of that, my physical injury part was taken care of. Now I was not getting any injuries even after running more than 10 kilometers. I went for 12 kilometers, then 15 kilometers. I completed 10 miles, that is 16 kilometers in one day. And everything was still going good. Then I felt overconfident. I felt, oh, I can do half marathon anytime now. Let me go for a full marathon at the end of this year. I'm going to up the challenge. I'm going to take a bigger challenge. And in the process, I was taking too much on my plate, then I was going to bite more than I can chew. Here came the words of caution from Mr. K. Mayuresh, just take it lightly. You are feeling confident and that's a good thing. But 21 kilometers is not a joke. And when you say full marathon, the distance is 42 kilometers. Just keep in mind that the first person who had ever done this much distance, he died after completing the full marathon. That is a story for another time. Just let me tell you that his name is Philippus in ancient Greek. So I'll come to this story another time. But this is how it can go. So take it a little lightly. First, focus on the half marathon, complete half marathon. Be comfortable with the half marathon first. And after 1 year, when you think that you can do your 21 kilometers anytime, then start training for the 42. That will be when you are ready, your body is ready, and you will be really able to complete that challenge. So I was a little discouraged. Why my mentor is saying that I cannot do this? Hey, I have done 16 kilometers, nothing is going. I am going fine. Why cannot I go for 42 kilometers? After 16, it is just 5 kilometers, and I could have done my 21 kilometers in that day itself. But no, now I have to go for a full marathon. But I knew that my mentor's words had a ring of truth to him. So I heed his advice and slowed down. And boy, I was glad I did that. Because just after I completed my half marathon, let me tell you what happened. The first day was fine. The second day, I had some trouble in walking. Oh, there goes my back. Oh, my quads are killing me. My calves, ow, 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 ow. When that happened, it was complete 1 week rest for me. In that week, I had to take the roller massages and the hot water bath. But after 1 week, I recovered and then started my routine again. I was really glad that I hit to my mentor. My friends, the Toastmaster mentorship is also similar. The Toastmaster mentors, now everybody of you are here are Toastmasters, and you know your mentor has guided you, cautioned you, they have encouraged you, and they have answered all of your queries. They have their expertise, and so I draw the analogy here. The Toastmasters mentors, they also help you in achieving your goals in leadership and public speaking, just as my running mentors help me achieving my goals in half marathon. So with his help, now I am targeting my full marathon next year, not this year. For this year, half marathon is enough for me. So my friends, I have decided to take the full advantage of mentoring and the expertise of mentor in Toastmasters as well as outside of Toastmasters. Have you? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayuresh, for such a motivating speech. Now let's take a pause for a minute to write the feedback for speaker. Thank you. Let's take a small break and be back after 5 minutes. Post that, we'll be having a second half of today's meeting, which will be impromptu session, the most fun and excited session in the meeting. Thank you. Welcome back. So before moving ahead to our impromptu session, let's have the evaluation report from our general evaluator. So I would like to call upon our Toastmaster Raghavendra, our general evaluator for today, to share the evaluation report.
Excuse me, you want to join? Good afternoon, presiding officer, Toastmasters, and dear guests. We will have just evaluation of the speeches. Later we will have evaluation of the all the role players later. So first, today's first speech by Toastmaster Ashutosh was evaluated by one of very encouraging and enthusiastic Toastmaster of our club, Toastmaster Chandra. I request Toastmaster Chandra to present your evaluation report.
Why should I hire you? That was the question throughout going in the story. And today, our energetic and enthusiastic Toastmaster answered it in a very different way that I was not expecting of. So, first, I would like to congratulate him on delivering a speech which is taking of 15 minutes and standing true to it. So, there was some great usage of language and other things. But first, I would like to act upon or highlight upon the great opening. I thought the speech was going to be about hiring and individuals and how you can become better. But he started with a question, who is a good singer? And in my mind, the two people that came were answered already. And then he moved on to a different question. What makes someone a good singer, a good doctor, a good lawyer, and good things? And over there, I'm expecting it to be related to the topic that he's going to talk about, which is why should I hire you? But he took us into a different story where he went into an event. There was a DJ or digital jockey or disc jockey I was not aware of. So he is playing the music and nobody is dancing on the floor. But once this group joined the dance floor and set up the music and set up the area for the dance, individually all the people started joining and made that event a successful event rather than just a boring dance scenario. So at the end we got to know that it is not about who is the individual doing the dance, but how each and everyone collaborating together can make a small difference. And that was the opening, which then led us to the actual question, why should I hire you? So I really like the great opening where he used the reverse technique. Instead of talking about the theme, he talked about the story, which is about the theme. Second thing that I really liked about his story was the great usage of body language. When he was discussing all the thoughts, he was provocatively walking towards the right, walking towards the left, and he was using his hand gesture to the fullest. That's what I really liked about his speech. The third thing that I really liked about his speech was he answered all the questions to the fullest and best of his abilities. The questions were asked by audience member in the online mode. I think Toastmaster Mayur and Toastmaster Mohini had different set of questions. Those were related to it. But he was able to answer all those questions. So that I really liked about the speech. Now, every good speaker has the right to become a better speaker. And to be a better speaker, I would like to give him just 3 recommendations. So the first recommendation is regarding the project. The project objective was to manage a difficult audience. Now I felt more like it was a Q&A project rather than the difficult audience, because in the difficult audience, within first to 5 minutes, usually the VP education assigns some role players or some person who will be disturbing him throughout the speech. But throughout the speech, I didn't find it. At the end of the speech, he started asking the question. Though there were some instances where he could have seen that some people are looking into the mobile, that is one kind of disturbance. Some people are maybe looking at the script and something, that is some kind of disturbance. So he could have just addressed that. Toastmaster Mayuresh, what you are looking at, let us also know. So this something could have been included. So for me, the objective was managing difficult audience, not answering the Q&A questions. Second thing was the voice modulation part he may worked upon. For example, in his speech, there was one trio which is good, better, best, and it went on just flat note. So good, better, best. So over there, this point he could have added the voice modulation. And in the conclusion, I felt like it was a bit different than the whole of the speech, because in whole of the speech he was talking about no concept of individuality, but towards the conclusion he talked about how we bring each other together. So I felt like maybe 60 to 70% part was not matching with the conclusion. But overall, it was a great speech, and all the best to my speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandra, for your encouraging evaluation. Now, second speech by Toastmaster Mayuresh was evaluated by our club's very own VP membership, Toastmaster Mayur. I request Toastmaster Mayur to present your evaluation.
From couch to half marathon 3 months earlier. Wow, what a catchy title it was. From the inception of the speech, we were so engrossed into your speech that we were excited. And when you share your personal experience and that even which you have the passion, which of course we got to know that how passionate you have for the running. So the topic chosen to deliver the project like mentoring, and in which field, in the way, means it is the most important aspect, the passion which you had for the running. So you share your experience and you took it as a project to deliver the speech. That was amazing because we were able to relate and we were able to see that how you are enjoying the moment while delivering the speech. So that was, I really appreciate that point. Throughout the speech, we had a couple of conversation, like you were talking with your neighbor and later on it became your mentor for the running. So couple of occasions there was conversation, and even there were expressions like when you were showing the pain which you had after completing the half marathon, the way you use your back and couch and calves and couple of things, and we were able to relate the pain which you had, and whatever the remedies you took the hot or water bath and couple of things. So we were able to relate such instance, like normally it happens when when we went for a running. So that was amazing. I must say you had a really great storytelling. But you know, if you have to, good is the enemy of the best. So if you have to take your speech to the next level, I have a few recommendations for you. The first recommendations about vocal variety. You had having a conversation with your neighbor and later it become the coach, but that time you might have said you might have used the vocal variety before your trainer. He might have said, mark my words, it is going to help you. So certain kind of voice modulation should be there, and you might have said, okay, just nodded, okay, I will try. So that sort of vocal variety you might have added. Okay, the second point which I want to give is that somehow I felt like most of us are from Toastmasters. If you could give more example related to Toastmaster, that could have means we were able to connect more. And even that sounds that was the reason, because this is the project where you have to tell, but you have to tell about how Toastmasters mentoring have helped you. So you could have added few more points about that. So just to summarize, just work on your vocal variety, and you can somehow relate, you can try improving on the content related to the topic more. But overall, great going. I wish all the best for the next speeches. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur. Now we had our evaluations. Vote back to Toastmaster of the Day for further meeting proceeding.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavendra, for sharing the Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavendra, for sharing the evaluation report for today's speaker. Voting for best speaker will be conducted post table topic session. And now it's the time to challenge your ability to speak fast, to think fast, and speak impromptu in table topic session, which will be conducted by Toastmaster Insiya. So welcome, Toastmaster Insiya. Over to you for table topic sessions.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So firstly, good morning, Toastmaster of the Day, President and guests. A very good morning to all of you. Firstly, for the benefit of the guests, I will just tell you what the table topic session is all about. So the purpose of the table topic is to present an opportunity to everyone here to participate in the meeting, to develop the ability to think on your feet and speak impromptu. So after the whole session, there will be a voting for the best table topic speaker. So to qualify for that, a speaker must speak between 1 to 2 minutes. That is 1 minute would be green light, 1 minute 30 seconds would be yellow, 2 minutes would be red, and 30 seconds grace period. Just a second. Let me know if everybody can see my screen. Is it visible? Okay, I hope it is visible because I cannot hear any yeses.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, okay. So as you can see, the theme for today's table topic session would be what if. Okay, so what if is the theme. I would be calling the Toastmaster. I would love if there are some volunteers who would like to come up. But if I have to pick, I would be calling that person on the stage, and they will just pick up an alphabet and they will get their topic. So firstly, I would like to start with the Toastmaster so that everybody will know how it works. I think I just spotted Toastmaster Anish. Is he there? I think I did spot him. Is he in the stage? Yeah. Okay. Hello, Toastmaster Anish. So, what is your favorite alphabet?
Yeah, A for apple, A for Anish.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Anish, the topic for you would be, what if you could marry someone famous? Toastmaster Anish, what if you could marry someone famous?
Okay. What if I could marry someone famous? If I have that choice, well, in the real world, I don't, but if I have that choice, I would pick up Kirti Sanon. Okay, sorry. See, I don't even know her name. Her name is Kruti. So that is the first mistake I'll definitely do. And that probably might be our first fight. But if I get a chance to marry her, I will be a house husband. Gladly. I'll live on whatever she makes. I'll be like there's a trophy wife, I will be a trophy husband. Even though I don't have the physique of a trophy husband, I'll still behave like one. I will ask her to do all the work, but I will definitely not allow her to do all the kissing scenes and intimate scenes. Why? My wife. Secondly, I will have a big cut out of whatever money she is making. And few days later, when things are not working out, because obviously she's famous and I am not, so there will be some issues, I will ask for a hefty alimony. So if that is how it will turn out, if I get a chance to marry a famous person. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anish. I don't know what should I wish for you. Should you get married or not? But that was a great table topic. Now I would like any guest to please come up. Maybe Mohini, would you like to try?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so please pick up an alphabet.
Definitely, it will for me more M.
Okay. Yes, sure. So the topic for you is, what if you found aliens in your society? Mohini, what if you found aliens in your society?
Okay. If I found aliens in my society, then I will be first of all we will be very much it will be strange thing for us to see aliens because up till now we haven't that means proved that there are some aliens, or there are no there are not so such evidences that there is an alien. If it is there, so first of all we will inform to the government some members, that is municipal PCMC वगैरह वगैरह and so on, and after that it will be a great pleasure for me to take a snapshot with him and post a picture and status over Facebook and social medias, which will be beneficial for my becoming a famous. And if we thank you. Okay, it's okay.
That was a very well job done, Mohini ma'am. Like you attending for the first time, it was a well job done. And yes, taking a picture, updating Snapchat and Instagram is very important. Social media updation. Okay, any guests in the on like offline mode? Okay, I've gotten a request that Toastmaster Ashutosh wants to go. So yes,
Yeah, we have a
Toastmaster.
guest Ashutosh.
Okay, please guess.
Hello, this is Ashutosh.
Yes, hello. Pick up your favorite alphabet.
I would like to pick the letter G.
G. Okay. So, what if you were a potato? Guessed Ashutosh. What if you were a potato?
If I was a potato, uh, it's in highly demand that I would say potato because you get it in MACD, and I would say that I would price myself a little higher because everyone likes French fries a lot with the peri peri, and this is my first time, so I'm currently a little bit anxious. That's all I want to say because it's the first time I'm on the stage. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Good job done. Good job. I love anything that has potato. So yeah, I will definitely buy that. Anything with potato. Anybody else who wants to like try virtually? We have guests. I think we do. We have Mahendra.
Yeah, hello. My name is Kundan. I'll go.
Yes, sure. Kundan. Can you tell me which is your favorite alphabet? Let's.
Pardon?
Can you choose an alphabet?
Okay. I will choose K for Kundan. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, Kundan, what if you had a money tree growing in your house? What if you had a money tree growing in your house, Kundan?
Okay. So basically, everything we humans do, it is in some way or form we do it for money. So having a money tree would be kind of a blessing and a curse, because once our basic necessities are taken care of, money is not known to increase the quality of happiness. It might increase the quality of your lifestyle, but happiness is a different issue. So I would see it, I would be very careful with it. I would definitely not tell the whole world about it. Otherwise, I would be in deep trouble. And after I've had my fun, so to speak, and I realize money is not what I want ultimately, it is not fulfilling me, I'll chop down the tree. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Kundan. That was a great, well job done. Who else would like to go? Do we have anybody on virtual? Mahendra, or maybe yes, Mayank. Mahendra, if anybody would like to go for it. Okay.
Yeah, Toastmaster Insiya, I would like to go.
Okay, so I think okay, first we'll go with Toastmaster Chandra, and then maybe we can try it with Mahendra. Vice versa. Works? Yes. Toastmaster Chandra, which is your favorite alphabet?
It is not there, so we will go with C.
C. Okay. So, what if you were Mahatma Gandhi? Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, what if you were Mahatma Gandhi?
Thank you so much, table topic master. The way I'm losing my hair, I think I would be becoming Mahatma Gandhi pretty soon. But the thing is, we remember Mahatma Gandhi for his work, not for his look or something that is obvious to us.
and the work that he has done, nobody else could have done it, which is achieving freedom with the help of peace. We have seen that so many countries have won their national wars with against some country which is like British or their territory, but they were going through some tough times and they had to opt for a different thing, which is violence or something. And when it comes to violence, Mahatma Gandhi ji was against it, as we all know, as we have all heard, or as we have all written. It is written. We have read that book. So that was the qualities that I really liked about Mahatma Gandhi. And usually you see there is always fight going on in your family also, and you see there's so much of violence. And the answer that I want to give is like violence is not answer to anything. Violence is the question. So if you see the depth of it, that would be a really interesting thing. So for me, I don't think I would be becoming anything sort of Gandhiji, but if I can inculcate at least 1 or 2% of the good qualities of the Gandhiji, I would be happy for the rest of my life. That's it from my side, and back to our table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. No doubt why are you like, no doubt why you are the epitome of public speaking. Okay, so now we have Mahendra. What alphabet would you like to go for?
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yum.
M is actually already done. Can we go for some other alphabet?
Let me check. Okay, L.
Did you say L?
Yeah, right.
Okay, L. Okay, so Mahendra, what if you were an apple? What if you were an apple, Mahendra?
Good afternoon, all. Toastmaster of the day. I'm really fortunate because everyone want to become a Apple, because the way the things in Apple is there. Because every day we eat apple, we get hemoglobin, our body become healthy. So it is always said that one apple a day is good for your become a healthier person. So there are different type of apples. So as you know that in our Himalaya, this is the season we get apple from Himachal Pradesh, and also we import some apple. There are various type of apples available, but mostly the imported apples are very costlier. So the people will always prefer go with the Indian based apples. So again, if you see the color of apple, it again differ based on his variety, from which country it is. Thank you, Insiya. Over to you.
Thank you, Mahendra. With all the facts that you've given about apple, I definitely should start eating an apple. Thank you so much. Okay, do we have time for like one more? Can I take one more?
Toastmaster Insiya, today I think this should be the end of the table topics. We can take the table topics next time. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, thank you. I hope everyone had fun. It was fun listening to all the impromptu speaking. Back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Insiya, for such a wonderful table topic session. I really liked the innovative idea of picking up a letter to get the topic. That was great. Moving ahead, the vote for best table topic speaker will be conducted at the end of the session. Now, I would like to call upon our general evaluator to share the overall evaluation, the evaluator report from all the role players. Over to you, Toastmaster Raghavendra.
Good afternoon once again. Now is the time of ring of truth. We will know how the meeting proceeded and general comments regarding the meeting. So first, I will request Toastmaster Vikas to present his report.
Hello. Thank you all for giving such a wonderful speeches. So the report for today's speakers is TM Ashutosh has spent 13 minutes and 51 seconds. TM Mayuresh has spent 6 minutes and 37 seconds. Evaluator Chandra has spent 3 minutes and 39 seconds. And TM Mayur has spent 3 minutes 21 seconds. The report for table topics is Anish has spent 1 minute 18 seconds. Mohini has spent 1 minute 12 seconds. Chandra has spent 1 minute 16 seconds. Ashutosh has spent 13 seconds. Kundan has spent 50 seconds, and Mahindra has spent 1 minute 13 seconds. So thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikas. Fine. Next, we have our counter Toastmaster Ramchandra. Request Toastmaster Ramchandra to present his report.
Hello, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Right now I will present my detailed report of mentioning count of all the killer sound and used by all the people who spoke. Let's have a big round of applause for all the flawless speakers. Okay, I will share my screen. Is screen visible? Hello?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. This is the report I have prepared for the speeches given by Ashutosh. The word are used 3 times, and the unnecessary pauses are 2 times. The second speaker, Mayuresh, Toastmaster has used and word and word 1 time, and unnecessary pause 2 times. Next, the evaluator Chandrasekhar is not use any word and any filler words. The Toastmaster Mayur has used but words 2 times, and 1 times, and unnecessary pauses 2 times. In table topics, the guest Mohini has used so 1 time and 5+ times, and guest Ashutosh used and 1 time. Okay, and Kundan has used so 2 times and 1 time. Mahendra has used and the and so 1 times and 5 times plus. And in role pairs, the Nimisha has used unnecessary pause 1 time, and Bharat has used the 1 time and 1 time, and unnecessary pauses 3 times. Toastmaster Vikas has used 3 times, and Mayuresh has used 2 times and unnecessary pauses 2 times. Raghavendra used unnecessary pauses 2 times, and so 1 time. That's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramchandra. Now we will have a grammarian request. Grammarian report. I request Toastmaster Deep to present his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavendra, for calling me for my report. So, being the grammarian, today I witnessed all those things which I was expecting. The word of the day, very well used by our 3 Toastmasters, Toastmaster Raghavendra, Toastmaster Mayuresh, and Toastmaster Anish. Toastmaster Mayuresh also used the phrase of the word, phrase of the day. The phrase of the day, ring of truth, was very well mentioned by him. And he was the only person who used both during his speech. Word of the day, veracity, and the phrase of the day, ring of the truth, been used by him. Now coming to the good usage and the poor usage. Talking about the good usage, I can see there was a lot of good usage. Whatever I could evaluate or collect during my evaluation. For example, the usage, I can say the idiom or the phrase by Toastmaster Mayur. Good is the enemy of best, right? So good is the enemy of best, very well noted. Then I like the usage of particular term, and I mean that the recommendation that was not specific like the usage, but the recommendation, the good recommendation, which I like most from both of the evaluators for our speeches today, and that was the vocal variety. So vocal variety during the speech, that is really, really to be noted by all the Toastmasters, and I really appreciated that. Then coming to the again good usage in humorous way by Toastmaster Anish. He want to be house husband. So all of us know housewife, but he want to be house husband. I like it. Then Toastmaster Chandra again mentioned a typical phrase: violence is the question, right? Violence is the question. It's really, I like that phrase. Then few of the poor usages I can just mention here. During the speech by Toastmaster Ashutosh, he mentioned about the amalgamation as the what? So I thought instead of that he could have used the win-win, because basically what I just observed during his speech, he was trying to convey that one person and another person should think in the same way, and ultimately it will come to the fruitful outcome. So win-win situation could have been the better phrase, I can say, at that point. Then another by during the table topic, this one of the speaker mentioned about the Apple was the topic. So Apple was the topic, and the question was basically what if he will be Apple. So instead of talking and answering, what if he mentioned and elaborated the advantages of the Apple. So right, so that's I just catch hold, and I think that's the in brief I can talk about and evaluate today's speeches and the talks. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep. Now, for my final general evaluation report. Let's first I want to ask, how was today's meeting? Wonderful. Wonderful. That's the spirit. First, I will start with the role players. Today's first role player, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Nimisha. We failed to start the meeting by a couple of minutes to start the meeting time, but overall, she took a good charge of the meeting. She told Toastmasters mission. There was some voice issue with her speech, but she also set the meeting tone with her speech regarding the theme, and also she didn't forget to take to guest introduction. And the meeting room was well set. All the role players was mentioned on the board, but few thing was we forget, like there wasn't a guest book, and with timer buzzer wasn't present, and standee was missing. So these things were missing during this meeting. Second, our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mayuresh speech. It was short, simple, and sweet. But one recommendation that as your presiding officer, you are like when Sergeant and set the TMOD set the tone of the meeting, you need to take one bit ahead and increase it add more energy in it. And one thumb up basic rule is like the sequence of presiding officer is like when president is not present, it should be like VP education, VP membership, then it. So I find like VP membership was present. If he wasn't doing, he should be given. But if you had a mutual understanding, there's no issue with that. Next, timer Vikas. You also did a wonderful job. You did great role introduction. Timing sequence was briefly explained for the, and I noted down a couple of speech timing and it matched. So you time very well. But a couple of recommendations like there is an online speaker, so it need to be already kept online speaker time is set up. You make it during the meeting, and forget to mention the disqualification regarding on time basis if there was any disqualification or not disqualification, that should be told in your speech. Second, our AHA counter, Toastmaster Ramchandra. You also did a very well job. Role introduction explained very well. Your report was very crisp. But one recommendation you forgot to mention flawless speakers, and appreciate them.
You're not audible. If he's speaking, I can't hear him. No, not yet.
Use the vocabulary phrase of the day, show your footages, origins of the word. But few recommendations you forward to from the for the use of word of the day, and when yes, you need to explain what like means. So the case and Toastmasters will note down what are so for future reference the good uses. You explain poor uses. What should be the alternative use for good uses? You didn't to just these are the good uses. You will also give explanation about the good uses. Table topic master Toastmaster Insiya. You also did very your job very well. Role introduction very good. Topics were crisp and interesting. But few recommendation like the topics for Toastmaster are okay, like you can challenge them with difficult topics, but the topics you want to the games I found those were little bit difficult. Try to use some easy so that they can encourage and feel free to speak about. So the topics for guests should be very easy, and try sometimes to relate the topics to the theme of the meeting. Now, our evaluator is on the other. The first evaluator was Master Chandra. So, for every speech, for benefits of this, every evaluation speech has three parts. One is general evaluation about public speaking, body language, observability, eye contact, etc. Second, we try to give evaluation speakers CRC format so that it encourages speaker to the encourages also speaker for next time if don't demotivated. Third is related to on first for like general evaluation. You first general evaluation very good score regarding the story, presenting, but the one point I don't want to body language. The body language of Toastmasters Ashutosh was little bit close. He was standing and moving, so you thought it was clear, but I found it wasn't that much appropriate for the speech point of view. You followed CRC approach, but I guess due to time constraint, you use combination but forgot to submit it. If your university summary was missing and the point related to object, you were very on the point. The speech, that 5 to 7 minutes, so the speaker will be come up with BP education regarding this speech setup for the managing difficult audience or any other way. So very well job done on your evaluation speech. Second, Toastmaster Mayur. Same, your general evaluation speech was also general evaluation was great, like body language and story, etc. You also followed CRC approach, recommendation, summation. an objective regarding the speech as you told. It should be related to Toastmaster maintain and that speaker is that also you very well told. So the great job on your evaluation speech also. But as you if you find that speaker didn't meet the objective, try to challenge him by giving the speech again and try to meet the objective. So that one part is forgot by both the both our meetings main TM Bharat. Great job done on the meeting. Like the meeting was very well appropriate to today's occasion of Gandhi Jayanti. You started meeting with a great energy, explained program correctly, the follow so that guests know what are the happening and your speech regarding the theme was very well appropriate and very much encouraging. But I don't know how this is your second time or how much before your first time. So very well, but to like first of all, let's give a great round of applause because he didn't use it for his TMOD is the tone set of the meeting, is the lead. So he will try to use a script, but as his was first time and he didn't use any script, that was very well done, very appreciable. But couple of thing like when like presiding officer is giving address, except president, you need to mention what is the role regarding Toastmaster. Like, Toastmaster Mayuresh role in our club while giving, so that one thing was missing. You forgot to mention the changes in agenda. So like there were a couple of changes like second evaluator, first evaluator, and other things. Try to have an agenda because there was a timers report and vote for best speaker. So we need to before evaluation speech because evaluator need to know what are the timings of the speaker. So for their understanding also for the voting, it's better to have a timers report earlier. So that that was missing and etc. Very well job. Very well. Our general comments regarding the meeting. And there is a when like president is in presence of the general general procedure like we start with Mr. Presiding Officer, not just Mr. President. So I want to Mr. President, it should be Mr. Presiding Officer, Toastmasters and here is the correction. There were lots of correction in the agenda. One second, like there was some voice issue with some of the speaker. So there's a couple of technical glitches. And the one thing I found is the timing in the role player introduction because we found today's meeting lag. So the TM introduced role player. Those 5 to 7 minutes to check. This is my first meeting after a long time. You need to check your previous meeting how much time it takes so that we have a very correct meeting timing sequence and the meeting follows very well. If from 5 to 7, it took more time. It might be my mistake or some other. Like that's the procedure. Overall, great meeting. Overview of Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinandra, for sharing the complete evaluation report. Voting for the best role players will be conducted at the end of the session. Today, we have a guest speaker with us, who is also a TED speaker and is part of our Toastmaster Club. Please welcome Toastmaster Mayank Sharma, and I request him to share his stories with us. Over to you.
We'll just check on what it will go. Check if somebody messages yes. How much time do I have?
We have 15 minutes. I'm sure it is going to help us to place our own marks. Now, for today, due to time constraint, we are actually considering voting, and maybe we can continue next meeting. But now I would like to hand over the presiding officer for closure of today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So, for our closing address, let's once again recite the principles of Mahatma Gandhi for our lives. Whatever extent we can follow. It's not only the big hairline and the spectacles, but these principles which he lived, like truth, honesty, integrity, compassion, empathy. So that was for the closing address. And now we have some announcements here. So I'm happy to announce that our club has started a program with the our host, the Bharat College, that we are going to deliver the workshops for the students and faculty of the college to help them increase their communication skills and leadership skills. If you want to participate in those, please contact the inform. So that was first announcement. The second one was regarding our PR activities. So for that, I would like to invite our PPR, Toastmaster Ashutosh on the stage.
Thank you, everyone. So I will be sharing with you all the social media handles where you can find our presence. And I request everyone of you to please do join those handles so that you'll be able to get all the notifications of all the activities that are taking place. So that you can also take an active part in those platforms and also come up with your idea how we can improve in a better way. And you can also get all the notifications information about the club itself. So firstly, we are present on the Facebook. So please do subscribe to our Facebook channel. Other than that, we also have our YouTube channel link. So we will be sharing those links to you. Please do subscribe to those channels also, where you can get a lot of learning what we have here. Keep on having discussions on the various topics, how we can become good public speaker at the end of the day. And we are soon going to launch a LinkedIn page as well, where we all can collab together to get the company insights as well, other than your public speaking. And we are wanted to understand from you also all possible places there we can also mark our presence. So with this, I hope we will be sharing the links to you all so that you all can come join and take advantage of this master club. Thank you.
Thank you for that announcement. And I would like to inform you all once again, the handles are available. Please join them. And moreover, those social media handles will be available in the meeting links. So please, you can contact from there. Then there is an announcement for our magazine. So there are many articles for our magazine, and there is space for everybody. So if you want to submit your article or poem or anything, the activity, please contact our magazine coordinators, and please let them know that you want to share some articles. So that was from our magazine. Now, in the end, we have some exciting news for regarding our club awards. So first of all, the announcement is for the awards that you can achieve in your speeches. Those are called the Triple Crown and Pathway Star Awards. In order to achieve the Triple Crown Award, please you have to complete the 3 levels of your Toastmaster pathway. Like my pathway is in collaboration, so once I complete 3 levels, you will get triple. Complete any 3 levels, or if your pathway is completed in middle, then you can complete 1 level of your next pathway also. That will be our Triple Crown Award. And for our pathway start, you can start your pathway and complete it within one Toastmaster year, that is 1st of July to the 30th of April. If you are aiming for those awards, it will be great for you. It will take your public speaking to next level. So please try to achieve that. That was it. And for the last announcement, we have the announcement for Toastmaster of the month for the month of August as well as September. For the Toastmaster of the month for our month of August is Toastmaster Mayuresh. Any guesses for the Toastmaster of the month for the month of September?
Chandra. Ashutosh. I cannot.
Well, the first guess is correct. So Toastmaster Ashutosh is our Toastmaster. Sorry. Why did not contact him? Actually, Toastmaster Ashutosh has got this Toastmaster so many times that it's very good. But yeah, fantastic job, sir. That's it for me as a
Guest feedback can.
Yes, please. So for guest feedback, we have guest Akash. Guest Akash. Yeah. And then we feedback towards about the. And you should say something. Stand up and say.
Actually, I like being here. What would come actually? You guys look like you're on the same path as me, kind of speakers, and I would hope to join.
Yes, Akash. And this is that we are on the same path of being better public speakers and better leaders. So, you will not join the for that. Now, for our second guest, have guest passport. So, we have to.
Hello everyone. I'm really looking forward to join this club because I too was a socially anxious person most of the time. And being in this environment, I can see that you are a better speaker than me, and I also want to be up to that benchmark. So I'm really looking forward to this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Akash. And this is social anxious. I was just telling myself because I am a social person. So even when standing here, I am out of my comfort. So you can, since you are only welcome to be part of the club, and it's better. Now for our online guest, we have a guest Mohini. So would like to share the.
Thank you for giving me such an opportunity to giving you such a great Toastmaster feedback. Actually, you guys are doing very well, and by hello, I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you guys are doing very well, and the session was very good. It was my first session, and since it's my first session, although I have got much more opportunity to talk with you, and you have given much more opportunity for me to express my views. Thank you for such a wonderful session, and thank you. It was a good session, really nice.
Yeah. We would also like to see you as a regular member of our club. So that is it. We have guest Sandeep with us. Guest Sandeep, would you like to share your feedback? We can just okay. So I think this Sandeep has some clarification. So that was the that was our guest feedback. So once again, I would like to thank you for the meeting. Let's hope that you have enjoyed the meeting. I think I know that you have enjoyed the meeting. Can you please confirm if you have enjoyed the meeting?
Yes.
Excellent. See you on our 406 meeting on the next Sunday, same time, same place. Thank you. And now I over to you, Toastmaster.